Hi friends, SAR Career Resources welcome you all to the TCS NQT 2024 intensive training programs. So the previous videos sessions we have discussed direction sense and uh, coding decoding. So today we are going to discuss about the ratio proportion variation topic. So ratio proportion RPV stands for ratio proportion and variations. Ratio and proportion, the ratio of two quantities A and B is a fraction and is expressed as A by B or written as A is to B. A is the antecedent and B is the consequent. So here one thing that we need to know, the types of ratio. Types of ratios, first one is duplicate ratio. What do you mean by duplicate ratio? A square is to B square is called the duplicate ratio of A is to B. And then subduplicate ratio. What is subduplicate ratio? Root A is to root B is called the subduplicate ratio of A is to B. Then third one is triplicate ratio. A cube is to B cube is called a triplicate ratio of A is to B, and subtriplicate ratio, cube root of A is to cube root of B is called a subtriplicate ratio of A is to B, and inverse ratio 1 by A is to 1 by B is called a inverse ratio of A is to B. So we can go to the first question. If 40% of a number is equal to two-thirds of another number, what is the ratio of first number to the second number? Options are given here. So we can take the numbers as x and y, two numbers x and y. It is given that 40% of a number is equal to two-thirds of another number, right? So 40% means 40 by 100 of x is equal to 2 by 3 of y. That is two-thirds of another number. So we have to find out x, y, y. That is x is to y. So what is the ratio first number to the second number? So okay. So 40 we can cut that 0 0. Then 2 by 5. 40 by 100 is 2 by 5. That's 2 and the right side 2 can be cancelled. So we get x by 5 is equal to y by 3, right? X by 5 equal to y by 3. So x by y equal to 5 by 3. So x is to y is equal to 5 is to 3. Answer is 5 is to 3, option C. I hope it is understood, right? X is to y is equal to 5 is to 3. So option C is the right answer. Explanations are given here. Okay, right. Next question. If 2a equal to 5b equal to 6c, then a is to c is equal to. We have to find out a is to c, right? A is to c means a by c. We have to find out a by c. So since a 2a equal to 5b equal to 6c, we have to find out a is to c or a by c. So we can equate 2a equal to 6c, right? 2a equal to 5 equal to 6c, so which means 2a equal to 6c. So from that, a by c is equal to 6 by 2 is equal to 3 by 1, so equal to 3 is to 1. So answer is option C. Some students may write it for 1 is to 3, but correct answer is 3 is to 1. Got it? Okay. So next question is given, what is inverse ratio of 3 is to 5 is to 6? And answers are given here. We know that inverse ratio of A is to B is to C is 1 by A is to 1 by B is to 1 by C. But as per the inverse ratio, answer is 1 by 3 is to 1 by 5 is to 1 by 6, but it is not given in the that fraction ratios are not given, right? So this is the answer, but it is given in indirect form in the options. So we have to convert this 1 by 3 is to 1 by 5 is to 1 by 6 to proper ratios. This is not this fraction ratio. It's not fraction ratio. We have to convert the whole number ratios. How to convert these fractions to whole number ratio? It's very simple. Take the LCM of numerator and multiply each term by LCM. Now the terms are 1 by 3 is to 1 by 5 is to 1 by 6, right? Okay. LCM of 3, 5 and 6. LCM of denominator we have to calculate. Yeah. So 3, 5 and 6. 3, 5 and 6 LCM is 3 and 6 LCM 6, 5 and 6, 5 into 6, 30. 30 is the LCM, right? Okay, so 30 we have to multiply each term by the LCM of denominator. So LCM of denominator is here 30. So 30 into 1 by 3 is to 30 into 1 by 5 is to 30 into 1 by 6. Okay, 30 into 1 by 3 is 10. 30 into 1 by 5 is 6. And 30 into 1 by 6 is 5. So 10 is to 6 is to 5 is the final answer. Hope it is clear. Option A is the right answer. Send it. Okay. So next question. If A is to B equal to 2 is to 3, B is to C equal to 5 is to 7, find A is to B is to C. So this is called a proportion. A is to B is to C. Here you can see that A by B is equal to 2 by 3 or 2 is to 3, right? And B by C is equal to 5 by 7. So we have to find out A is to B is to C, right? Okay. So how to find out A is to B is to C? Okay, right. Okay, we can see how to find out this. We can see that the denominator of first ratio, that is B, the number is 3, and the numerator of second ratio, that is B by C, the number at B is 5, right? So but here the quantities is same, like B is common here, but the number which is assigned is different, 3 and 5. If the number is same for B, we can write A is to B is to C, but we have to make the denominator of first ratio and the numerator of second ratio should become equal. So what can be done? We have to multiply a constant for numerator and denominator. So multiply by 5 in A with A by B, that is 2 by 3 into 5 by 5, right? Is we get 10 by 15. So this why we are multiplying this, to make the that common quantity of the ratio to be equal. Then B by C into 3, that's we can do B 5 by 3, sorry, 5 by 7 into 3, both numerator and denominator. So we will get uh, 15 by 21. Now we can see that A is to B is to C is 10 is to 15 is to 21, because the B quantity is equal now. So we can write it in a proportion 10 is to 15 is to 21. So that's it. That's all this